Perfecting my gaming setup for Setup Wars. Today I'll be planning, taking apart, putting together, table managing, and decorating my gaming setup. Before we continue, let's have a quick word from today's video sponsor. If you guys need a cheap and affordable Windows key, then today's video sponsor has you covered. Head to their website at supercdk.com, find your desired Windows key that even have Windows 11. Use the discount code SPLA and it drops the price all the way down to $16 for a legit Windows key. Check the links down below and let's get back to the video. Hey everyone, I'm pretty sure you've all heard of Setup Wars by now. It's a video series by TechSource where he basically reviews / showcases gaming setups over on his YouTube channel. Let's figure out what the requirements are to be showcased in an episode. I watched his submission video and these were the main points that I got from it. Quality pictures with good lighting and in the landscape orientation. The required pictures are a front shot of your setup with your entire thing, 45-degree shot, no chair, 45-degree shot with a chair, top view of all your accessories like your keyboard, mouse, just basically all your peripherals, your monitors, behind your monitors, below the setup at eye level, close-up shot of cable management, and some PC shots. He requires a lot of pictures. It makes sense, but basically just take high quality pictures of everything in your setup. And he also requires a gear list. It's basically just everything in your setup. So if you're doing this, just list everything that you have in your setup, including all of your PC parts. There was a long wait time, but oh well, let's start. I started planning, mainly taking mental notes in my head, but I tried to draw an illustration for the video, but as you can see, I'm pretty trash. It'll basically be the same setup, but better. Well, hopefully. Now that the setup is completely taken apart, let's unbox some new products for the setup. I got a new monitor arm, returning my old one to get some money back. I also got shorter desk risers. Originally had taller ones, which were 4 inches, and these are 2 inches. I also got some picture frames. I've been wanting to add pictures to my setup, but never did, and this will be perfect to add a bit of personalization, which is a big part of Setup Wars. I got a Govee RGBIC lighting strip. I felt as my setup was kind of lacking in the lighting department, so this should help a ton. I just realized I got the wrong RGB strip. Well, that's super annoying. Time to return that with my monitor arm. The first time I mounted this floating wall shelf, it wasn't flush against the wall due to me mounting it too close to my Govee glides, so I decided to fix it. Now it is all the way up against the wall and way more secure. This shelf just has a Wraith Funko Pop and a Wraith Monster Can, but we will come back to this later. Yes, I am a sweaty Wraith, but I don't leave when I die. I decided to install my new desk risers. Honestly, a super simple task since it uses the same holes from my last one. Everything I'm using will be linked down below if you want to check anything out. Let's mount the Govee RGB strip now. I got the 16-foot version, which is way too long for my desk, so I decided to go 2 layers of it, so if I ever want to use it somewhere else, I'll still have a lot of length to work with. Monitor time. Obviously the main monitor is going right smack dab in the middle on the Vivo dual monitor arm. My secondary monitor will be off to the side on the other side of the monitor arm. My third and final monitor will be stacked on top of my primary display. I left a gap in between my 2 bottom monitors so I can fit my camera there. Do you guys like this monitor orientation? Let me know down below. With a spot for my camera, I mounted my Elgato key light right above my second monitor. My color scheme is mainly white and black with white and blue RGB lighting. All of my gear matches my color scheme except my desktop speakers. They're in this like gray colorway and it just throws off the whole setup. So I'm gonna attempt to wrap them with the same vinyl wrap that I used to wrap my desk. It turned out pretty nice. Just be sure to take your time with it and you should be fine. I like my first attempt better than my second, but oh well. You can't see the imperfections from a distance, but they are definitely there. Time to put the gear back. Originally, I was using this Gutsy 8-inch mousepad and I really liked it, but I kind of started hating it. Don't get me wrong, the mousepad is super clean, but the desk just looks so much better in my opinion, and the mousepad hides it. So I decided to switch back to my Artisan mousepad. I was debating skinning my audio interface and stream deck, but I decided against it since they are already black. I did, however, skin my microphone and I got a white XLR cable and it looks so clean now. Yo, just being real with you guys, I spent a lot of money enhancing my setup. Like, bro, this cable was $20, so if you're enjoying this video, I'd appreciate a like. Finally got the PC back on the desk. It's looking a little dirty though. Much better. Cable management time. Cable management is also a huge thing in setup wars. It's what separates good setups from bad setups. It's definitely not the best, but it took me forever, and here's the things I used. Small zip ties for smaller cables, bigger zip ties for bunching big cables up, Velcro strips for grouping cables together, and these little 3M cable clips to help hold longer cables up. Last tool was these little snippers to snip the zip ties. Back to decorating / personalizing my setup. Okay, I'm just gonna be real with you guys. I cannot say it. I've had so many bloopers, and here's a few of them. Back to decorating / personalizing. But yeah, let's just decorate the setup. I'm going to be putting up the picture frames on my shelf. They came in a pack of 6, but I don't think I'll use all of them. I got a picture of my setup, picture of me and my girlfriend, my cats, and some more pictures of my setup. I can't help but notice the lack of lighting on top of the shelf. It just looks really bland compared to the rest of my setup. I decided to add an RGB strip. It's the Govee neon rope. It's a 10-foot RGB strip, but it's really diffused well, and it looks so clean. Here's the before, and here's the after. Do you think this made the setup any better? Now, time to take some pictures to apply for setup wars. Drop your thoughts on the setup and also rate it out of 10 down below. Do you guys think this is a good submission for setup wars? Hopefully we see it one day on setup wars. If you enjoyed this video, then consider watching this video next where I transform my gaming setup into my dream setup.